Okay, so I got this CD image called Rescue a Tux. It actually says Rescar Tux. Oh, it's actually Res a Tux. Yeah. Anyway, um, I burnt the image to my reusable CD, which is basically a rewritable CD, and there was a menu at the beginning where it says automatic, blah blah blah, all these different options, and I had to go to the toilet. When I come back, there was this box on the screen because it had already selected it for me, and yeah. So anyway, I followed the wizard. Anyway, the good news is it says that my system is BIOS non-UEFI mode. Right, cool. That's good because I don't want UEFI. I want the old system really because it's simpler, it's less complicated, and it's basically this. Right, this is a self-test window from Rescap, which allows you to check if Rescap will work okay on your live system or not. Some unlocked binary found out user has been. So this is just the CD, right? So it's not actually running on the hardware. It's not running off the computer disks. It's running in memory. So anyway, so we click on this start Rescap, and it's supposed to check to see whether or not it can actually map my other partitions. So it's doing some scans on my hard drives right now. Pretty cool. I like this. It's pretty colourful as well. And I was asked about if I wanted to change my screen resolution and everything. Well, I could see everything, so I just selected no. It's obviously picked the right settings. So, oh, where are we? So, you can even chat live to support personnel on the internet. Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's got this chat box thing here. You can open that up, get support directly from the people that created the CD. You can get live support, which is pretty cool, especially since we're messing around with our operating system. There's a whole bunch of my scroller wheel works on my mouse as well. That's the first, and that's never worked before. I mean, it's never worked before in a bootable CD. I've always had to use my up down keys. So that's nice. That's a nice little feature. I'm just trying to make sure I get the optimum focus on there because it's. I wonder if this even creates boot scripts. Actually, can I resize this window? Oh my god, you can. You can actually resize a window because it was actually a little bit too small. So I made it a bit bigger so I can see everything. So obviously it supports the UEFI partitions, but I don't use UEFI, so it's not the Linux that wants fixing, it's Windows. So I need to look down to see if we can. So I'm not going to try and do any changes yet. I'm just looking over it. I just want to show you. Check BIOS Grub partition on GPT. We could do some checks to see whether or not there's any problems there. Let's try. Oh, you can't select that. I'm clicking on it when nothing's happening, so I assume that's just. I don't know if you select these or if. Oh, this is just to help. Duh. It's just showing me all the different things that are available. So it tells you basically all the different things it can do. Restore Windows master boot record. Well, I know the master boot record's fine. I just need to boot into it from the other hard disk. Need to find a way to do that without swapping my BIOS settings around. Take a tour through its options. Oh, we are going to take a tour through its options. First thing you should know is that you can always go back to the first risk app screen, back to the menu button. All right, so yeah, the menu button's up there. Right, cool, that's good. Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to do a little video on this, but obviously I'm going to have to do a lot of reading on this, and I'm struggling. At least the text is quite big. I can read that, not too bad. So anyway, I'm going to pause the video while I go through this, because there's such a lot of stuff. I've got to, before I even attempt to do anything, I've got to go through it and just make sure I don't mess things up. I think I'll stop the video actually, because I'll make a series of videos. Otherwise, I'll just run my phone battery down. Oh, guess what? I did it. My OS prober was disabled. It's called see, I'm zooming a bit more. Right, the OS prober in Ubuntu was disabled. So there's this lady, and I was watching her video. This is her video. It's distro reviews, and it says enable OS dash OS. Well, it's hyphen, isn't it? OS, well, it's a minus sign anyway. Minus prober. Enable OS prober to see hidden partitions on your Grub menu. Well, mine was disabled. That's why it couldn't find the operating system. So I followed her instructions, and look at that. Hey! It says found Windows 7 on dev SDB1. Found Windows NT 2000 XP on dev SDC2. Well, that's weird, because I didn't realise it was on SDC2. I thought it was on SDCE. That's why I couldn't get it to... Anyway, it's found it. So basically that's going to add to the boot menu automatically, so I don't have to fight about. So that's weird. How comes it... Well, it must be... I don't know. It must... I'm not quite sure how this works, because when I was manually looking, that boot drive, from what I saw before, was on SDE. But on here it says SDC2. Anyway, whatever works. I mean... okay, so... Looks like my Linux, my zorin, Ubuntu is going to be able to boot into these other operating systems. That's brilliant. Cool, yeah. So I typed in a bunch of command lines at the top. So I went into sudo nano ect default grub to... which it didn't really find, so it was actually grub without the 2 on the end. Sudo nano that bit, and sudo update grub. I updated it, but obviously I'd opened a file before which I saved, and then I updated it. So you have to actually open the file first, and you put this anyway. If you follow that lady's instruction. So warning, OS prober will be executed to detect other bootable partitions. Yay! Its output will be used to detect bootable binaries on them and create new boot entries. So yeah, right, that's great. So it's going to work, I think. Right, let me just close all these terminals now, because I've got 2 terminals on. I had to open another terminal because the other terminal had a document in it, and I couldn't get back to the... anyway, I'll close that down. So let's see what happens when I... So that boot CD, I didn't even need it. I was trying to use it, but it apparently didn't find a problem. But it's because the discs were hidden. Anyway, looking at that one, but it didn't really help me. Right, so let's see what happens when I reboot. Right, by the way, the reason for the strange colour, the reason why it's kind of a pinkish colour is because I set the zorin to night light. It's got this night light thing in the... if we go into... where's it? Is it system tools? Oh, it must be in sounds. I set it to... was it just power, is it? No, it's displays, is it? No, where was it? Oh, forget it. Colour, is it? Oh, maybe that. Oh, no. Anyway, forget about that. It's just set to night light. It basically makes it easy on the eyes, and it does seem to help my focusing a bit. Right, so if I reboot now, I'm supposed to see Windows boot menu. I'll set the timers to 10 seconds as well. So I wouldn't have to rush so fast. Let's hope it's in there. I think my Windows XP entry is in there, which is wrong, so I'm going to have to do something about that. Oh, look, it's there. Right, there's the zorin, Windows 7. Oh, there's my XP. Oh, it's removed that other invalid one as well. That's cool. So the one that was bad, that one I put in, it's gone. So, oh no, it's still there. Yeah, I'm going to have to delete that entry because that's bad, that entry. But this is, oops, my key got stuck. So that's the one. If I boot that, that should be an XP. And I should have Windows X64 as well. Let's try that. Oh yeah, it works. So I've got my Windows XP Home Edition. And I've got my Windows XP 64. Let's try it, 64. See if it works. Cool. It freaking works. Ah, well, fixed. Oh, sorry, I'm coughing a lot. I've got a really sore throat. I need to make some more drink. I don't know if I've got cold coming on. I've just been coughing my guts out. Ah, I'm drinking. Yeah, not particularly good for you, but it's cherry anyway. Okay, that's brilliant. That worked. I'm really happy. Yeah, because I've sorted that problem out, and that was really plaguing me for the last couple of days. It was all because the OS detection prober thingamajig was disabled, and I'm not sure how I think it's because I didn't have any other drives plugged in. Well, I don't know. Oh, it's detecting my SanDisk memory stick. Oops, I've got to unplug it. Hey, at least he didn't boot from it. Hey, I don't have to go into my BIOS anymore. Fat about swapping drives over. I don't know what's going to happen though when the Windows 7 disk is not in there, because I only put it into see if it would detect it, and now can I remove it without it crashing? I can't do it when it's booted up, obviously. I've got to switch the machine off to do that, but I don't want to keep the Windows 7 solid state drive in there all the time, but I need to test it anyway. Why have I got this freaking... Oh, maybe it hasn't seen that. I don't think this operating system's seen that SanDisk before. the memory stick. Let's see what's visible in here. Let's see if it shows up or anything else, because the other drive's supposed to be hidden anywhere. It's popping drives in and out. That's the SanDisk, that one. No, it isn't. Oh, that's right. Yeah, because I can't hide Windows C because Windows XP 32-bit, because Windows 64-bit is riding piggyback on that, so I can't hide that partition, because when I installed it, it used that as for the master boot record. What's system reserved anyway? I mean, what the hell is that? Windows 7? It must be, yeah. Windows 7 is supposed to be hidden. Oh, you can't see it though, because it hides itself. Well, anyway, I need to remove that drive later. Let's see if I can do it without it doing any nasty things to me on any blue screens. It shouldn't do, because it works without it before. Disk management. That system reserved is not supposed to be visible. Yeah, that's the Windows 7. I need to change drive letters. Remove. It's not supposed to be visible. It's taking a while. I've still got an hourglass. I don't know what's going on with that, but I hope I don't get a blue screen next time I boot up and that disk's not in there, because that would be good. That wouldn't be good. What? The volume system is okay. Primary partition is coming. What? It shouldn't be. Yeah, I'm going to click yes, even though it might give me a blue screen, but it shouldn't do, because that's supposed to be unused, because that's for Windows 7. So when I reboot, it won't be there, because I'm taking the disk out. Right, so okay, so right, I'm gonna. It's not letting go. This is the kind of problem I don't want. So that, oh, has it done it? I think it has. No, it's still got K. Right, I'm gonna shut down. I'm gonna take that disk out, see what happens, because it still won't let go of that drive for some reason. So I'm gonna shut down, turn off computer. I'm gonna take Windows 7 disk out because I don't want it. Well, I'm gonna try it first, aren't I? Oh yeah, I've got to boot into it first, I suppose, before I take it out. I'm not in the middle here. I'm zoomed in a bit too much. Oops. Now it's gone off. I can't see the damn thing. Hang on a sec. I can't get up. You know what's bothering me? I'm worried that Linux has put a boot manager into that Windows 7 drive. And I hope it hasn't. Right, so let's go down. Let's see if it does boot into Windows 7. Oh, it does. Right. Okay, so that works as well. Sorry, I need to get my... it's zoomed out a bit because it's too far in, I think. Right, so that does work. Alright, so what's visible in here? Okay, that's alright. It's got the other drives are hidden, which is what I want. Um, I need to take that freaking USB stick out. Where is it? Has it mounted it? No, it hasn't. Huh, well that's good. I can just pull it out then if it's not mounted. You better not be telling me lies, Windows, because you said you weren't mounted. Right, okay, so that's working. How much space is there on here? Because I've forgotten now. Oh yeah, look at that. It's greedy. It's already eaten quarter of the drive. Actually, more than quarter. Yeah, that's what Windows 7's like. It's greedy. So I can actually right click on it now. On the other system, it used to crash. So it's used 40 gigabytes already. Well, 37.5 gigabytes. Jesus. All right. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to shut down. I think, yeah, I'm going to shut down because I want to take that out and see what happens. Shut down. I'm going to take that Windows 7 disk out because I want to see what happens. So, put my other disk in, which is the original one, which has got just data on it now. Power back on, see what that, oops. Oh, my phone fell over. I need to tighten up that handle. Right, so we're back. Let's see what happens if that boot menu still works. My phone flopped down on me. Are we still going to get a boot menu? Ha! It still thinks Windows 7's in there, but it's not. Right. That entry's got to go. I've got to get rid of that. That one. Why's it gone out of focus? The bottom one is the bad one. I've got to get rid of it somehow. If I draw edit, maybe I can just delete it. Let's just go to... Oops, let's just delete it, see what happens. See if I can delete all of that. How do I save it? Control C, what's that do? Okay, so we're in the command line now by the looks of it. Should I push Control S to save it? I should have done maybe, I don't know. Right, let's try go back. It's blank, so do I press Control S? Nope. How do you save that? Because that entry was bad anyway. Tab, is it? I don't know. I'm just gonna go back. I'll probably have to remove. Oh, it's still there. Look. Yeah, I'll have to get rid of that. Let's go see if we can still boot into that. Yeah, great. That's still there. Right, let's see if Home Edition boots. All my printing stuff's on here, all my 3D printing stuff, you know, and my other printer, my generic inkjet printer, and I haven't got any of that set up on Linux. So, no, please, no blue screens, no BSDs. Oh, so far so good. So, yeah, it looks like it worked. That Grub thing is working, which is better than nothing. Huh? Oh, God, here we go with this bullshit. Windows product activation. That means I've got to restore this system from a backup now because it says it's been it's had too many hardware changes. I am so sick of this bullshit. It doesn't have internet access. This is one of the stupidest things Windows ever did. All this crap about hardware changes. And it's only because I'm plugging in USBs and freaking hard drives and stuff. It's just stupid. Ugh. And you can't even activate it anyway. If you go on, if you try to do a reactivation of XP on Windows servers, it won't do it. It just times out. Anyway, it works, so I'm going to make some coffee, and I'm going to have to restore this system from the backup again because of the freaking messing about Windows stupid activation. Actually, I wonder if I've got an activation thing somewhere. But it's probably got a freaking virus in it. Yeah, the trouble with those things you find on the internet that shows you how to activate Windows, they've often got malware in them. So it's nothing but trouble. It's not worth not worth it. 3 days left to activate. Oh, give me a break. Going back to all that again. Anyway, yeah, I'm just going to restore it from my backup because it will get rid of all that crap, whereas all the hardware changes they will have never happened basically. It's a good thing I've got a backup. So I'm just going to look at Mini Tool. Just have a look at my hard disks. I want to see what the boot stuff shows up now. GPT. That's the Linux. That's the other. Those are that one and that one. Well, this one and that one are both the SSDs that plug into the front of the computer. The rest of it's physical hard disk. The other 3 drives are physical, mechanical. I mean, not SSD. Right, so it works anyway. So I just went to have a peek. And I've got to go do the freaking backup restoration again now. Anyway, end of video for now. Thanks for watching. Okay, so I just restored my Windows XP2 again. Right, I only restored it about, what, a month ago? But it's only because of all this spatting about with the bootloaders and swapping out hard disks and, you know, messing about with all this different hardware settings and everything, and That's the only reason why it's got messed up. So basically Windows wanted me to reactivate it. Well, I was stopping my backup and that should have all gone now, but if I've got to be very careful I don't swap drives and make sure the drives are in the same SATA connections, and I'm going to make sure everything basically stays the same, so that I don't get that stupid horrible Windows needs reactivating again. You know what I mean? Anyway, it's frustrating. It really is frustrating. I mean, what is wrong with these people? I mean, you can't. This is what we get with XP. I have no idea what Windows 10 is like, or Windows. I don't know if Windows 7 even gets that message. I don't know, but I'll have to ask my friend Dave. But if you do too many changes with XP, it just, you've got to reactivate it. But you can't now, because if you go try to reactivate it online, it doesn't work, because they don't support Windows XP anymore. So, but you see, I've got my SketchUp, my 3D modeling stuff on here, and I've got my Handbrake video encoding, which is pretty redundant now because I use Kden Live now on Ubuntu. So gradually over time I'm going to be I'll be using more and more stuff on Linux, on Ubuntu, on Zorin instead of on Windows. But for the moment, there's too many things on here that I need to use, like my 3D printing stuff. If I need to edit my website, I have to go to Dreamweaver, which I'm used to using. And plus there's my flight gear on here. I can't really migrate that across to Ubuntu at the moment because it's custom, and I have no idea how to do that. That's a frigging nightmare. Anyway, I just thought I'd give you an update. At least that horrible little key thing that was at the bottom of the screen has gone. Oh, what's this? Oh, freaking Windows update again. I need to turn that off because control panel. Window automatic updates. I'm just going to turn it off. Freaking thing. I don't know why. It's only since I installed those updates that it started to nag me as well. So maybe it's something to do with that messed it up. I don't know. As I say, I don't like the internet. My router is turned off right now because I knew that this wasn't going to be protected. So I'm going to block all network traffic for next time I boot up in case the router's on. I occasionally enable it just to check emails, but that's very quick within about a minute, and then I turn it off again. But I need to sort that out on my other system anyway. Okay, so there we are. When I did the video encoding for Oleg years ago, I used a special effects software called FX Home, Vision Lab Studio. Let's see if that still works. It's been years since I used it. So Vision Lab Studio is what I used to create the special effects in Oleg. Does it still work? Yep. Still works. Look at that, the resolution with 720, 568. Pretty old. Very, very antiquated compared to today's standards, I suppose. But it was where I did all the... You can do lightsabers and all sorts of stuff in this special effects. It's all these different bars down here is where you put your effects and everything. But yeah, it's been years. I've forgotten how to use it now anyway. I'll just close that out. Anyway, it still works, but if I needed to use it, it's there. But yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm off to go boot back into Linux now, I think. Actually,
Batch completed successfully.
Yeah, I had to wait for my batch to finish because there's batch file in the background. It's something I custom made. Anyway, that's finished now. So now I can reboot. And we're going to go into... This is how long it takes to reboot Windows. Right, finally, after all that time, the box came up. Mind you, to be fair, there's a lot of stuff on here. But I'm not only running one thing, though. Right, restart. So now I want to restart in Ubuntu. So let's see if it does it. I'm not going to press any buttons. It should do it automatically. Because it's... it's on the auto boot menu. Notice how long it takes to shut down. I could have shut Ubuntu down 6 times, or was it 10 times in that amount of time? Right, so if I just sit back and don't do anything, it should boot into Ubuntu automatically. A little bar coming. Oh, my focus is gone. Focus, focus, focus. Yay! It's working. At least I got a boot menu. It's a shame I couldn't use GAG, but well, I can live without GAG. Anyway, that's it. It works. Okay, so guess what else arrived? The micro CD driver disk. I hope it's not got viruses on it. But if I mostly use this on Linux, it won't matter because Linux will have the drivers anyway, so I won't have to use the CD. But really, to be fair, I don't need to use this card, which is the PCI Express ×1. It arrived, well, actually the day before yesterday, I forgot to mention it. So it's got the 4 USB ports on it. Hard to show it really, because the light is the light is over there and it's kind of awkward to get the light on it. But it's got 4 USB ports, but I only need one for my DVD drive. I'll explain why. When I've got my other YouTube channel, my Autoria backup channel, and it's in a pause. It's on the virtual machine actually, and it's in a paused state. Being in a paused state means I basically left it with a CD in there on the first drive, and I'm going through a long list of archive videos from 2017, I think. And over a period of time, I'm uploading some of the archives onto the backup channel, some of the stuff that isn't published on YouTube, and I'm putting it on the other channel because it's kind of going back in time, and I don't want to publish my old stuff on my main YouTube channel because everyone's going to start commenting, oh, you should try this, or you should try that. And I'm going to say, oh God, this is history, you know. And that's what happens sometimes. You get people commenting saying, oh, why don't you do that? Why don't you do this? Well, it's gone. It's 2017, you know, it's 2024 now. You know what I mean? So I decided I would put my archive stuff on my other channel. And so anyway, it arrived, and I've got to try and see if it'll fit in my computer. So all that matters is if I can get it to run on Linux, which is a different Linux version. It's not this new Zorin, it's an older Zorin, but it's on the virtual machine because I leave it in a pause state. But when I unpause it, I want it to be able to see that disk. Otherwise, my folder with all the list where I am, and I can't remember exactly where I am on the list. I suppose I could check the dates because I date everything on the other channel. It's all got dates when it was published originally. So I assume that bracket, the other bracket, is a low profile bracket. It's for when you have a computer that's got low profile, so you can swap the bracket over to the low profile bracket. But mine's a big case, so I'm going to be using the big bracket which is on there. Anyway, the only question is, will it fit without interfering with my graphics card? Because if it won't go in behind my graphics card, then it's going to be because I'm not taking my graphics card out, no way. So I thought I'd just do a little update on that. So I'm not rushing to do it though, because it's going to be a while before I get back to doing my Autoria backup stuff anyway, because that channel isn't priority. I can put all my highlights, including some nibbles when my daughter came round, and so little label on the back, it's all in Chinese, can't read any of it. Yeah, so anyway, we're gonna see what happens. And yeah, my I'm encoding videos right now, so I've started to, I need to drag another one over, hang on. So this is, I've got a hang on a minute, I've already done that one, what the hell? Oh, I see. It's that's the experience to a second. It's just encoded, right? Oh no, not another 1.3 gigabyte one. There is another one. That's the one I did earlier. Another 1.3 gig. Oh my god, this took ages. So we'll drag that over. Transcode, because it's got to transcode these twice, basically, because it's got variable bitrate. Variable bit rates, it doesn't like variable bit rates, this software, so you've got to transcode it into constant bit rate. So it's doing all that right now before I can even start editing it. Anyway, my work cut out for me. Oh yeah, and this video is going to be actually added to that video list. So 6 minutes, yeah, it shouldn't take long to record this one. See you later.